Hi everyone. I wanted to remind you about this thing called destination addiction. I've done posts about this on my Instagram, and it's come up a little bit recently with clients and in the membership group that I run as well. So I wanted to talk again about it, and it's this need or desire to follow what society tells us is important and stress about the future or get depressed about the past also. But stress about the future, making sure that we have things in the future like security and things that make us feel secure, whether that's a home, money, car, relationship, whatever it is. And the thing with that is we can end up putting too much emphasis on that, and that actually really severely affects our health now. So we basically bypass our health and happiness in the present, thinking that we're doing something to help the future. And the thing with that is yes, it's all well and good to try and be a bit more secure for the future, but if it is at the detriment of our health and happiness now, particularly our health, we might not even make it to that future that we are stressing about and destroying our present health and happiness for. So yes, it's all well and good to make an effort to consider the future, but if it is at the detriment of our health now, it's not worth it. Things will sort themselves out one way or another, but it's not worth it. I have a fan hiding in the in the undergrowth. He's never far behind or far away. So yeah, just consider that. Are you putting off your present happiness and thus health as well, or vice versa, for the future, for this magical, mystical future that may or may not happen? Because if you are, then that could be one of the things that's holding you back from full health, is if you are stressing about this future that may or may not happen, and taking yourself away from the present moment, from being more mindful, but from being more present, from being more grounded and more centered and more intuitive and more healthy and nervous system regulated and all the things that are good for our health, for our happiness as well. If what you're doing for your future is taking you away from that, then that's why you may be stuck. You may be not moving forward into that future because you're allowing the thoughts of the future to stress you out, basically, and to affect your current health and happiness and nervous system and everything that goes with that. So is it worth it? Is it worth it to keep stressing about the future and to keep worrying about what may or may not happen, and if we'll even get there, all of us, when the now is suffering because of it? So is it worth it to you, or can you start to kind of let that go a bit? Because you know what, we never know what's going to happen tomorrow, let alone 10 years from now. We'll never know what's going to happen. We'll never know what situation we'll be in. But we do know is if we continue to allow ourselves to be in a stressed state now because of worrying about that future, then we are going to make that future much, much harder for ourselves, including also our present and all that comes between the present and that future, if that makes sense at all. Anyway, I thought I would like to share that, because I think it's really important. And I know it's something that I used to do. I know I used to stress about every single tiny little thing that could possibly happen in the future. even if the future was only a week or a year from that moment. Um, and it destroyed my now. It destroyed my present. It destroyed my health. It destroyed my happiness. So, and I really think that's part of how we gain it back is by starting to trust, starting to let go, starting to know that we can't be in control of everything, and stop putting our health in this moment to the back of the queue and thinking that money and houses and various other things that society tells us are important are more important than our health, because our health really is the most important thing, and it's the only thing that's going to see us through and make sure we do have a future. So yeah, there you have it. Ciao from me and wherever the dog is hidden, and see you soon.